Hey guys, welcome back to Zethythonix channel. We are back with Gunplaist review again. Many of you often said that I review Gunplaist from the past. This time, I did stay in the trend. I have very high hope with this new Zeta. Before I started to build and collect MG, I did hear from many people that Ver.Ka is often quite loose and floppy. As times are going forward, I think this Zeta will be okay. I have some MG Ver.Ka in my backlog, but Zeta is the first that I will open and actually finish it. Another reason I got high hopes with this new Zeta is because of everybody's hate. Everyone is crying for Atlas, and honestly, I don't think Zeta is a bad choice. For those people who said Zeta is bad, make sure you stay true to your words and don't buy it, alright? We're gonna take a look at the side and let's open the box. Allow me to take a second, please welcome the sponsor of today's video, Gunplaist. This is the second time they sponsor me. They started as an eBay store, but now they got their own website. If you're in Australia, you know how difficult it is to find PB, especially finding them with a reasonable price. Simply head to Gunplaist, they have plenty of PB to let you choose. If you're not into Gundam, they got other series like Kotobukiya, Eva, Digimon, Transformers, and Macross. The available items are pretty complete. Black Friday has just passed, but Christmas is coming. It's a good time for you to buy some Gunplaist gift boxes. Just go to your browser and type www.gunplaist.com, check out other deals, and let me switch back to the main video. I gotta say, this is probably the most pages I read on the MG manual. This is the moment I can feel the pressure of building the MG again. You know, MG is getting more simplified as the years going on. I used to dislike the complicated structure, but as I collect more MG, I started to appreciate the details under the servers. The runners are big, but the main reason is Bandai molded the duplicated runners together. I like this change because it makes me easier when I'm finding a specific runner. What I like is the silver runner. I think they used this since the double Zeta Ver.Ka. I like the texture and finishing of the silver runner is smooth and clean. There isn't any weird looking wave effect. Honestly, I can't see why people call this disappointment back when the promo samples were released. Perhaps just random hate. For me, unboxing isn't really fun. I think the best way to experience and explain is reviewing. So see you soon. Hey guys, welcome back to the MG Zeta Ver.Ka review. So this is the finishing of it. I'm surprised in many ways. The structure is sophisticated. Many colors are separated by undergate, and despite the lack of surface details, but you can feel how detailed the designing is when you are assembling it. The last sentence doesn't really make sense, but that's not the point. It's hard to describe the exact feeling if you don't build it yourself. At the moment, I can't find a lot of spots to criticize. There are a few things that I don't like, but they are not that big of a deal. I think I should cut the intro short. Let's take a look at this new MG Zeta. Like the usual, starting from the head, I don't have a 1.0 or 2.0 to compare the actual differences, but based on the image, it's mostly the shape. Zeta 1.0 is quite round, 2.0 and this Ver.Ka is pretty similar. Ver.Ka contained a longer and sharper face. Personally, I have no bad comments towards the shape of the head or face design. The slimmer and sharper design is a nice touch in my opinion. This time Zeta Ver.Ka used a silver part for the head falcons, a super nice detail, and we don't need to paint those parts anymore. Since this is an MG, the transformation process has been considered. The original antenna on the Zeta is movable. If you dislike this and looking for a stable one, you also have a fixed antenna to swap. Articulation is slightly limited. Moving up and down is amazing like modern standards, but turning to the side is not much as the chin is too long. The chest is one of the biggest arguments when people finished the build. Some people said 2.0 has a better chest shape. Honestly, the differences between three versions are quite obvious. I'll just say 1.0 has a terrible look. 2.0 and Ver.Ka's difference is 2.0's chest vent is facing front, but Ver.Ka is facing down. Some people hated it so much, I don't have an opinion on it. What I like more is the silver part poking out from the undergate design, adding extra details. This is an MG, so cockpit detail is still here, but Zeta's cockpit door is difficult to open. It's kind of stupid, you must flip the whole chest piece up to see the actual cockpit. Aside from the figure sitting inside the cockpit, you got a normal Camille too. Good luck with coloring it. Articulations are limited again. Front and back is okay. Side to side is just a little. Rotation is close to not exist. Shoulders and arms don't have the visual changes compared to 2.0. The shoulders are split into different parts. Each section has a purpose when you are transforming the Zeta into Wave Rider mode. The arms are one step away from perfect. I don't mind the undergate designs, but for some reason the undergate parts on the forearm is super hard to push in. My Zeta's right forearm is not going in, which is why there's a gap now. Since we're talking about the forearms, you see there's a hole on the forearms. That's the spot for the grenade launchers. After you equip it, you can push and slide to see the grenades. I got one complaint, the cover is not doing the job correctly. You can often see it's not closing properly. It's triggering my OCD. Let's go back to articulations. Vertical rotation is blocked because of the flying armor. Lifting is amazing and you can see the split shoulder design is working. Front and back is here but mostly going to the back. Arm rotation is available but it's extremely tight and bending is touching the shoulders. Hand options are fist hands, open hands, trigger hands, and beam saber hands. One bad news, you should know Bandai didn't give you Hyper Mega Launcher this time. I will just wait third party to make the add-on. Starting with the beam rifle, a standard performance and Zeta's rifle is quite popular. You probably remember what features it got. You can extend and close the rifle. You use this part during transformation or storage. Handle can fold like most rifle designs. There are two parts at the back of the rifle for storage and putting it on the Wave Rider mode. Oh, the E-cap can be removed too. That's not really new. If you want to store the rifle, close the rifle and handle, then flip the bottom part out and push it onto the forearm. Shield is another armament. Zeta shield is special because it's designed to be part of the Wave Rider mode. Two parts can move. One is to extend the shield. Two is this small red piece at the middle. The shield will be sharing the same connection as the grenade launchers, so choose what you want. Seeing the traditional skirt is so satisfying. I miss the traditional Uzi designs. Front skirt can move independently more than 90 degrees, and if you look under it, you can see the silver detail. The whole front waist can move. You'll use this part in the transformation. Side skirts are connected on the vise. They got a joint to flip 90 degrees. A beam saber is stored inside the side skirt. It has the effect part to pose. Back skirts are split design. Each of them will move on its own but very little. For legs and feet, I will save the transformation gimmick and only explain the MS mode articulations. Normal performance as usual, kicking to the front is 90, side kick is slightly below 90, back kick is a little as well. Knee bend is excellent, very close to a U shape, and you can reverse bend as well. That's for the transformation. I'm sort of okay with the new design of the ankles. It's locked inside the leg structure, which provided stability. However, the design is not perfect and it's really hard to adjust the standing pose. Feet movements include front and back, side to side, bumping rotation, and tip of the feet. They are all very little because, like I said, the ankle is locked with the leg structure. What I want to show is the details on the feet, the undergate colors on the tip of the feet, and you can see the details under the feet. One part left before the transformation. We are looking at the flying armor now. As much as I love the Zeta, I must admit the backpack looks like a turtle shell for me. You can see the classic color of Zeta, but with two nice color touch, which you can see the gray and the silver. If you want to make the Zeta looks like it's flying, extend the flying armor and flip the small wing. That's the flight motion. Each side of the flying armor has joints to move towards different directions, and you can flip the middle part up, these will be used in the transformation again. Now it's time for the most exciting part, transforming, or if you need a more accurate term, Wave Rider mode. The transformation is smooth but still difficult. It's very hard for me to narrate. Just watch it yourself. Well, here we are. You cannot see me physically now, but despite the structure has been improved, I'm literally sweating behind the camera. Yes, structure is good, but it's so hard to transform correctly, especially the menu skipped too many drawings and it takes a long time to understand. It's quite solid, but I wouldn't recommend you to always transform. The legs transformation will drive you crazy. As for the beam saber effects, feel free to stick it into the rifle for shooting effect, or you can open the side skirts and put the effect in. There's the beam gun. I'm gonna conclude my opinion on the new MG Zeta Ver.Ka. I can see the improvements, I can see the new technologies, but I think it's not the best yet. My main complaint is the flying armor. It's connected by the PS material part. Mine is getting a little white already. So I'm disappointed that Bandai used a soft plastic for the joints that requires a lot of strength. Secondly, Hyper Mega Launcher is missing, which is another part of my disappointment as well. Thirdly, the manual does a bad job this time. Many steps are unclear and it takes a long time to figure out how to transform correctly. Aside from the negatives, we can talk about some positives. The appearance is high level acceptable for me. I'm happy with the undergate and silver parts. Please keep those good parts for the future. Many people complain about the lack of surface details. The development point of this setup is anime accurate, so I'm okay with lack of surface details. But is this the best setup? I'll strictly tell you no. Plastic is too fragile for transformable MS, so hopefully third party can come up with a metal frame. Like all other setup models, please get to if you want to see the Wave Rider mode in your display. As far as I know, Zeta Ver.Ka is on sale at most places and you can get it pretty cheap, but let me know your opinions too. Thanks for Gunplaist to sponsor this review. Check out their website in the description. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell next to it. Join my Discord and see you next time. Goodbye.